If you're watching this, you probably want to build skills and advance your career in software engineering, whether that's getting your very first software engineering role or advancing in your current role. First though, who am I? My name is Caleb. I've been teaching software online for over 10 years and have helped thousands of people learn to code. I have landed multiple six-figure roles in tech and have helped others do the same. So that's me, but now let's take a look at you and what might be holding you back in your career. Perhaps you feel frustrated about what to study, not having a good, clear path to follow. Or maybe you're struggling to stand out in the job market. There's also a good chance you're going through this alone without the accountability or the mentorship needed to be successful. Let's talk about what people tend to do to try to fix these problems and why it is not working. When it comes to skill development, you're studying the wrong tech the wrong way, you're being very inefficient with your time, and you haven't been able to build that competency and confidence when it comes to building real-world applications. Not having a very clear focus and goal results in wasting time and not being productive with your studies. If you don't know how to stand out in the industry, it's probably because you're doing what everybody else is doing. You may have had no luck moving into a technical role because you have nothing to show that makes you stand out from everybody else. When you don't have the right approach to job searching, you're not going to be seen, and if you do manage to land an interview, you're probably not going to do very well. Clearly what you've been doing hasn't been working and you need to try something new. And then what I believe is the most important thing, you're missing the accountability. You may have tried programs in the past, perhaps a boot camp or a course, and this has given you material to study, but you haven't been able to internalize that and use it to advance your career. This is often because these other programs miss the key critical component of accountability. If you found yourself jumping between different courses or programs and you're not making meaningful progress, this is the key component that you're missing. So to summarize that, you're probably tired of wasting time studying the wrong stuff or not making progress. You're tired of blending in with every other developer out there, and you're tired of not sticking with your goals and making progress in your career. The easiest way to get through these challenges is to think of what the outcome would be if you did not have these problems. So what would make you even want a software engineering role in the first place? Well, for many, the big motivator is money. A six-figure salary in software engineering is not uncommon. On top of this, a career in software gives you a high level of autonomy. You often have the ability to work remotely, work on projects that interest you, you get great benefits, and you get paid to solve exciting problems. So start to imagine how having the software skills and the career success can impact your life. We're talking financial freedom, autonomy, exciting work, the fulfillment of building interesting apps. These are all things that are going to come with a software engineering career. Now, you may think a six-figure role is out of reach for you, but believe me, it is closer than you think. You can research the average salaries for software engineers, and it is above $100,000 for the US. So that is the average, what you would get paid if you are an average developer. You don't even have to be excellent. But imagine what you could achieve if you did have the skills to be an excellent developer. So you may not have achieved this due to improper skill development or career development, but both of these things can be fixed and you can achieve a successful software career. Even if you're already in tech, you might be here with your career and the potential is up here. It doesn't matter if you're a complete beginner or already have experience. The system to get from where you are to this goal is the same for everybody. It's learning how to build the skills and learning how to stand out in your career and sticking with that path over time with accountability. You may think you need all day to study code, and that's just not true. I have seen substantial progress made in just an hour a day. It's more about studying effectively and working on the right things. So that is the problem. Now let's talk about what the solution looks like, the actual framework to succeed in these areas. So let's first take a look at skill. When it comes to skill, you need to learn how to identify what things are valuable to learn and which things are not valuable to learn. Then you only learn the things that are valuable. You take the skills you learn and you apply them to real-world projects. This is all stuff I guide people through in the mentorship program, but it comes down to the same core principles of picking some topic that you know is valuable and continually studying that at a deeper and deeper level. Now taking a look at career, all this focused study time helps in the career as well, because now we can focus our resume and all of our social profiles to a particular type of role. Staying focused in your studies allows you to go deeper and build skills that are extremely valuable. This is going to help you stand out when you're competing against a number of other developers. So you first become an expert in something, and you let that expertise work for you, applying to roles where you are going to be a very strong candidate for the position. And then for the third thing, which is often the hardest, is how do you be consistent with this? And that's exactly where the mentorship and accountability comes in. So when you join as a mentee, you get weekly check-ins on your progress, making sure that you're learning the correct skills, building actually useful projects, and developing a resume and portfolio that's going to make you stand out. You may think this all sounds very simple, and the reality is it is simple, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's easy. The process is very challenging and requires a lot of work, but the payoff you get from your effort is more than worth it, and it's not something that has to take years of your life. If you're still at this point unsure if this is for you, just ask yourself, is what I've been doing working? Am I getting closer to my goals and at a rate that I'm happy with? If the answer is a clear no, or you're uncertain about the path you're currently going down, then it's time to make some changes. And if that's the case, this is the program for you. If you're finally ready to have that breakthrough in code and achieve your dreams, then there is an application for the mentorship program below, and that'll help you set up the initial call where you can learn more about how we can help you.